Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Talking Time in the Six. Today we're going to jump into a story time of me in the West Detention that I mentioned on a short earlier, and it's about a Hell's Angel friend of mine that I met in there and some pretty crazy stuff. So we're going to jump right into this story that leads up to me meeting my friend. I'm just going to call him the 81 or the HA. Okay, so basically I get arrested for assault caused bodily harm, assault with a weapon. I go in there for stabbing. Two dudes try to jump me with bats. I ended up stabbing one of them, supposedly, allegedly. So I go to the West Detention, get arrested. Can't get bail, so I go to the West Detention. Then I get booked in, my oranges, all that. I'm gonna speed through this part till I meet dude. So I skip into my oranges. I land on a unit. They ask me, do I have anything? I'm honest with them. I tell them, yeah, I got a lighter, an orange lighter. Okay, well, I noticed right away there's not too many white dudes, maybe one or two, and they don't look too tough. They look like they're getting extorted or something. So basically, long story short, they wanted the lighter. I said no, so right away there was bad vibes. So anyway, I gave them a light a few times. They didn't give me anything out of it, which you should give someone out of it. Give them a light. So the third time they wanted a light, I said no. So they get pissed off. They're in the bathroom. They send a dude to come be a little soldier and tell me, hey, go to the bathroom. They want to talk to you. They want to smoke your spliff. I say, yeah. I flip on him. I scare him and I say, listen, I know what you're up to. It's a little soldier. They're trying to get me jumped. Da, 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 da. Long story short, they all come out and then their trays come at the same time for lunch. So we all eat lunch. Next thing you know, dude that I was arguing with, flipping on me and him forward in the bathroom. We get it on. We start scrapping, and everybody causes heat on us. Everybody's looking over at the bathroom, cheering everybody on, looking at us being heat scores. So next thing you know, we are getting taken out by the coppers and taken to the hole because everybody wants to be looking, and you don't look when there's a fight going on over here. You don't look. You keep your head straight. You don't look over there. Everyone looks over there. The guard's going to look over there. Okay? So you don't do that. So next thing you know, I spend a significant amount of time in the hole for, fighting as soon as I get to the jail. And then I get out of the hole. I land on another unit. Long story short, they told the other unit, their friends over there, that I was racist because I fought a black dude, but meanwhile that's not the case. It was all over a lighter and weed and this and that, and me not being a pushover, me not being a pussy, me standing on my 10 toes down. So basically, they all going on this racist BS saying that, and I'm saying I ain't no racist. I'm trying to explain what it is, but they wouldn't allow me to explain what it was. So next thing you know, we go to eat our first meal, and dude has a bunch of guys he's extorting. So the server goes around, starts popping a bunch of trays, taking all the desserts. He pops my tray, takes my dessert. I call him over. I'm like, yo, come here. He comes over. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, there's something missing there. He's like, yeah, yo, you beat it. I'm like, no, just seriously look at this. There's something missing. Not the dessert. There's something missing right here. He goes and looks, and I smack him in the face with the tray when he looks down, right? Fight breaks out. Me and him starts fighting and everything. His boys all start jumping in. And we're up fighting and everything like that. Big thing breaks out. Next thing you know, SEALs come and take me. I think I'm getting taken to the hole, but I don't get taken to the hole. I get put in a program room. Next thing you know, a white shirt comes and starts talking to me, telling me, yo, are you racist, this, that, third. I'm like, no, I ain't racist. What the heck is this? Why does everyone think I'm racist? I'm like one of the only white people in here. I barely see any white people. I ain't racist at all. It's almost like I feel like almost the other way around. They're being racist towards me, more or less. So basically, he's like, okay, so I'm gonna keep having you're gonna keep fighting on every range you go to, aren't you? And I said, I'm gonna fight no matter what, because I ain't gonna just sit there and, if someone wants to fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna protect myself no matter what. So yeah, I'm gonna keep coming back no matter what. I ain't, this is what it is. So basically, he's basically implying that he has somewhere better than the hole for me to be, and I'm like, well, because he doesn't want no more problems and this and that. He says there's a lot of dudes that are like me, and I'm thinking, yeah, well, where the hell are they? And I'm telling him, listen, buddy, don't even fucking ask me about PC, because, fucking I'll snap. Like, I ain't no fucking PC. Obviously, I'm fighting these dudes because I'm fucking, I ain't leaving, type shit. So next thing you know, he's like, no, no, it's nothing like that. We have a general pop range that we have reserved for, like, like heavy hitters, heavy cases that like can't get along, stuff like that. Guys that were in your situation, that every pod they go on, they get into a fight, stuff like that. Gang members, stuff like that. STGs, most of the range is STG, da 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 da. So I'm like, okay. So I go. I land on this unit I've never seen before, never really known about, and it's actually 4 to a cell, 2 bunk beds in each cell, and it was crazy. It was like, it was all peaceful, and I look around and I'm wondering, what the hell? Why is this so quiet and peaceful? And then I'm looking around and I see it's like the opposite of what it was before. It's like 90% white people and like 1 or 2 black dudes, the odd Asian dude, the odd brown dude, 80% white. And I was just like, okay, this is different. So I meet dudes, I meet everybody, meet my cellies. Next thing you know, I'm out playing cards, and this is when I meet my buddy, the Hells Angels. Okay, he's one of the main dudes on the pod. He's the main quarter man on the pod. He's the one running the unit, and aggressively so he should be, because he's in there facing a triple homicide, and basically there's no way out of it. And I'm going to get into this right now, what he tells me. Okay, so he tells me this is all allegedly, but this is over 15 years ago, and he did go get convicted on this in trial and go to the pen for this. He's been in there for like 15 or 18 years, and or 15 years or so, and he's still in there. So this is not the new, this is only things that were in the newspaper and stuff like that I'm going to talk on. So this isn't anything that the newspapers and all the press didn't know about, okay? So I'm not like putting somebody's information out there. So this is the stuff that he told me that the newspapers and the press said about him. So he was playing poker one night with 3 of his friends, and the friends were, all drunk. They were all getting rowdy, stuff like that. And what happened was they all started arguing, okay? Now, something said something, and one person disrespected the other, and they both pulled guns on each other, and one of them said, yeah, he said something really, really nasty and mean to him, like, yeah, suck my D or something. He pulled the gun out on him, suck this or something. And the other guy, my friend, the HA, kind of just pulled out his pistol, allegedly, and shot dude dead, right in the head. And he was dead right there. And supposedly then the other 2 guys got up, and it was a big struggle and stuff like that going on, and he ended up shooting the other dude, bomb, bomb. And then the other dude had run out of the house and like ran up, like I'm trying to say it the best I can remember the story. The guy ran up through the woods because he had like a big huge property with like a long driveway with like woods and stuff, and like a wooded front yard, like trees and stuff blocking it. So the guy's running down, and dude runs in behind him. He's quite far away from him, real far away from him, but he's behind him and he's got real good aim. He ends up running up, shooting him in the leg, gets him in the leg, fires a bunch of shots off, gets him in the leg, catches back up to him, kills him, executes him. Next thing you know, he brings them, I guess, all into wherever he brought them. And I'm saying he, but I'm just going to say what supposedly happened. This is what happened was, I guess, the bodies got chopped up into little pieces, and the bodies were wrapped in brown freezer meat. This was in the press, like how butchers wrap meat in that brown meat wrap. Okay, so a lot of stuff was wrapped in that because he had an extra beer fridge that he used the freezer on that to store a lot of it. Now, police didn't even come there looking for this. He had gotten away with this for like 10, 15 years. So he had been gotten away with this for many, many years, and they actually had come there for something totally different. They had come there looking for guns and drugs. Okay, so they had a search warrant for guns and drugs, and when they were looking in the freezer for drugs, this is what they came across. Okay, they came across in the first freezer those the brown wraps with the meat, and then a bunch of other stuff. The heads were in his deep freezer, you know, on the very bottom, and there was a bunch of like tarp, and then a bunch of ice and a bunch of meat stacked about this high, this thick over top of the heads. So there's like the three heads in the deep freezer, then a tarp, and then like a bunch of ice and some more meat, like stacked steaks and roast beefs and real meat across there, and I guess mixed in with other meat. And yeah, so that's what was going down in there. And his other freezer had regular food in it and a few other things. And yeah, so this guy I used to play bidwiz with all the time. That's why I say I consider him, he was a friend of mine. We used to play bidwiz all the time, gamble, you know, play back and forth. Everyone in Toronto jail here play bidwiz. That's the game that we play. It's 4 players. It's like euchre. It's almost like bridge. You know, you have a partner and you bid your hand. And so you say, like, I got 3 tricks. Your partner bids his tricks. Now, that's a very serious thing, guys. If you're new to that, don't bid. Don't gamble, or don't say you're good if you're not. Don't dump truck your partner. Don't say you got more tricks than you do. And so anyway, he used to flip out on his partner for losing, when his partner would, you know, cost them to go down, because it's a lot of points you lose when you go down and you don't make your tricks. So yeah, man, it was a lot of crazy times gambling with him. He'd flip out, whip the deck of cards, flip out on his celly many times. He wanted me to be his celly even, because me and him got along really well. He wanted me to be his partner in bidwiz because I was really good at it. But I said, nah, I don't want to be your partner. I'd rather gamble against you, because I know he used to flip on his partner, and I didn't want to be responsible of making him lose his money. Winning the money off of him wasn't me, you know, being responsible for him losing. Being responsible for him losing is his partner overbidding, it's called. Anyways, that's what was happening. I was always into, you know, playing bidwiz in jail, because it's a long game, and you know, you play one item at a time. It's not like too cutthroat. You know, you and your partner both put in one item, them and their partner both put in one item, and it could kill half the afternoon. It could be like a half an hour. You know, you have a couple games. They win one, you win one, you break even. You know, you just killed the afternoon. It's not like you're gonna break a guy's whole canteen bag. You know, it's just for win a few items here and there. Anyway, yeah, I told him, no, I don't want to go in your cell. You know, I don't want to offend my cellies. It's all good. You know, you're leaving soon anyways, because he's gonna be going to the pen soon and stuff like that. You know, I got along great with him, but I didn't want to be in no celly with him. You know, I don't want to get too close to this guy, man. I'm just joking. You feel me? Yeah, so anyways, that's the story. It was pretty crazy time in my life. I, you know, couldn't stay out of jail. I just got out of the Don jail not too long before that. I just spent almost 2 years in the Don jail. Spent like 14 months in the Don jail waiting to go to trial for criminal negligence, and I ended up beating the charge after 14 months when I went to trial. Thank God nobody showed up to trial, and I ended up getting in, and it got thrown out. Took a long time. Not 1000 Finch Court, and then I still had to go back to the Don jail after that, though, because I still had charges at City Hall, which was another jurisdiction, so I still had to get back there for City Hall charges. I went to video court for like 14 months in the Don, because I didn't want to go to court in person at 1000 Finch Court. I might have got transferred back to Maplehurst, because that's the home bucket for 1000 Finch Court. But because I had charges at City Hall also on the regular basis, I was staying at the Don, and I was doing video court for 1000 Finch Court up until my, you know, trial. So yeah, that was pretty crazy, beating a trial and then still not being able to walk. Normally you beat a trial, you walk right out their box, and still got to beat your trial, get handcuffed, go back to the jail, tell everybody I beat my trial, but I still got to go plead guilty on all this prescription fraud, Oxycontin prescriptions that I was writing. I had the code and stuff, script pads, and I used to write the Oxycontin script pad. I was convicted on it, so that's why I'm speaking on it, and I had to go, you know, plead guilty on that. So anyways, everybody, long story short, we'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed that story time. That was about 15 minutes, and we'll see you in the next one. So everybody subscribe if you're new. We got lots of interviews here with convicts from all over the USA, and we plan to go worldwide. We got a guy from the UK, England, and, you know, all over, a couple guys in Canada, and we're gonna go worldwide, all over the place. Anyone from Toronto or the U.S. or anywhere that has an interview or a good story to share. You know, upcoming rappers, inspiring, you know, convicts, ex-convicts that are turn rapper or turn a YouTuber or just turn your life around in general, that want to get your story out there. Alright? See you next one.